Okay, let us start. Continue our chapter number 8. So, at last, we were discuss about theorem number 8.6, which is the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. And see here, parallelogram ABCD, diagonal AC and BD bisect each other at the point O. That means OD is equal to OB and OA is equal to OC. And its inverse theorem 8.7. If the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. Okay, see here, this is parallelogram ABCD and AC and BD are diagonals of this given parallelogram and bisect each other at the point O. That means OD is equal to OB and OA is equal to OC. See here, then it is a parallelogram. So, see here, OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. So, triangle AOB and COD is congruent. AOB and COD is congruent. And so by CPCT, ABO or AOB and CDO or COD, angle CDO or COD is equal. So, see here, draw the figure first. Draw this figure in your notebook. We have given ABCD quadrilateral AC and BD are diagonals of ABCD. Bisect each others at the point O. So therefore AO is equal to CO and BO is equal to DO. Now C for triangle. Triangle AOB, AOB and triangle COD. So AO and CO are equal. Okay, and now BO and DO are equal. This is given because these two diagonals bisect each other at the point, and angle AOB is equal to angle COD. AOB, COD, these two angles, so opposite angles. So side, therefore side, angle, side, interior angle and two sides. Triangle AOB and triangle COD are congruent. So now these two triangles, this one and this one is congruent. That means DOC or BOA. Therefore, angle BOA, so BOA, therefore DOC. This is by CPCT. Congruent parts of congruent triangle. That means this angle and this angle is equal. And same result from theorem number 6.8. From theorem number 6.8, see here, I have already discussed with you theorem number 6.3. Okay, if a transversal intersect two lines such that a pair of alternate interior angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel. Okay, so therefore AB and CD are parallel. And similarly, we can prove by take these two triangles BC is parallel to AD, and therefore ABCD is parallelogram. So this is the complete proof of this theorem 8.7. Try to understand. Okay, we have to just prove these two triangles are congruent, and then by CPCT these two angles are equal, and that's why from theorem number 6.3, we can say that these two lines are parallel, and similarly we can prove another pair of opposite sides are parallel, and that's why uh, quadrilateral ABCD is parallelogram. Okay, so now next, another condition for a quadrilateral to be a parallelogram. So you have studied many properties of a parallelogram in this chapter, and you have also verified that if in a quadrilateral any one of those properties satisfy, then it become a parallelogram. But we now study yet another condition, which is the least required condition for a quadrilateral to be a parallelogram, and it is stated in the form of a theorem as given below. This is important one. Theorem number 8.8. A quadrilateral is parallelogram if a pair of opposite sides is equal and parallel. This important theorem. So once again, let me repeat the statement of theorem number 8.8. A quadrilateral is a parallelogram if a pair of opposite sides is equal and parallel, then it is parallelogram. So now first let me explain you what says the statement of this theorem. This is important one. Quadrilateral ABCD. Okay. See here and try to understand. If in quadrilateral ABCD, AB is equal to CD and BC is equal to AD, then this quadrilateral is parallelogram. Okay. Second, this is theorem number 8.3. Okay, let me show you what is. See here. If each pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral is equal, then it is a parallelogram. Okay. So this is theorem number 8.3. Now let me show you again. See here. If each pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral is equal, then it is a parallelogram. Says theorem number 8.3. You have already studied. Okay, now come back. AB is parallel to CD. BC is parallel to AD. So ABCD is parallelogram. So this is by definition of parallelogram. Okay, let me show you definition again. So see here, both pair of opposite sides are parallel of quadrilateral ABCD, then it is a parallelogram. Now 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 see here. Now you can easily understand. ABCD is a quadrilateral and take one pair. If AB is equal to CD, this one, and AB is parallel to CD, then this is parallelogram, and this says theorem 8.8. So I think now you all are clear about statement of theorem number 8.8. What says theorem number 8.3? Both pair of opposite sides are equal. What said by the definition? Both pair of opposite sides are parallel. And what says theorem number 8.8? Only one pair, not both. Only one pair is equal and parallel. Then it is parallelogram. So that's why this is important theorem. I think you understand well this statement of this theorem. Now see here. Now see here. This is the figure. We have given quadrilateral ABCD where AB and CD are equal and parallel. AC is diagonal and ABC and CDA, ABC and CDA are congruent by SAS rule. Okay, and why is question mark for you? So first you should understand this theorem definition and another statement of theorem. Okay, now see here. In quadrilateral ABCD, AB and CD are parallel and AB and CD are equal. We have given this. So interior angle, this one and this one, or this one and this one are equal. So only this first take. Okay. This also equal. Okay. So in triangle ABC and triangle CDA, see here ABC and CDA. What we have given? AB is equal to CD. Then these two are parallel. Okay. So this angle and this angle, interior alternate angles are equal. So angle CAB is equal to angle CAB, okay, ACD. CAB is right sign, ACD is right side. Okay, and AC is equal to CA is common. So side angle and side, these two triangle. Therefore, triangle ABC congruent to triangle CDA. See here. See this figure also. So now angle ACB, ACB, that means this point, is equal to angle CAD, this angle and this angle, because of CPCT. See here, ACB, A first, then third, then middle, CAD, then middle. Okay, so this is right. Now, if these two angles are equal, then the line BC is parallel to AD. Now, question mark for you, but let me write. The right answer is theorem number 6.3. So BC is equal to AD. This is first one result, and AB is parallel to CD is given. This is second one. So therefore, by definition, ABCD is parallelogram. Note down, because important theorem and important proof also. Side, interior angle and side. See here is incomplete. Why is question mark for you, but here I have written completely. See here. This is the remaining part. Okay, so now next, the midpoint theorem. So you have studied many property of a triangle as well as a quadrilateral. Now let us study yet another result which is related to the midpoint of sides of a triangle and perform the activity first. Okay, see here, ABC is given triangle is the midpoint of side AB and F is the midpoint of side AC. All written here, draw a triangle and mark the midpoint E and F of two sides of the triangle and join the points E and F and see the figure I have already show you, and measure AEF and ABC. See here, AEF and ABC both are equal. So both are equal and EF is half of BC. So repeat this activity with some more triangles, and so you have arrived the, so this is the, these are right for any triangle. So we arrive at the theorem with theorem number 8.9. See here what says theorem number 8.9. The line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to third one. The line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to third. So this is triangle ABC. E is the midpoint of AB and F is the midpoint of AC. And if we join these two, then BC is parallel to EF and 1/2 BC is equal to EF. So this result is important. So this says theorem number 8.9. See here, and first also try to understand this. You can prove this theorem using following clues. We have given some clues. Observe a figure above. Observe this figure. Let me draw here in. E and F are midpoint of AB and AC. CD and BA. CD and BA are parallel. So by ASA rule, this AEF and CDF, AEF and CDF, these both are congruent, and so EF is equal to DF and BE is equal to AE is given. BE is equal to AE is given and is equal to DC. So BCDE is parallelogram, and that's why EF is equal to BC. So in this case also EF is equal to 1/2 ED and is equal to 1/2 BC. So see here again, okay, I forgot to show you. See here, AEF congruent to CDF by ASA rule, angle, side and angle. Okay, now, so converse is also true, and converse is stated as below as theorem number 8.10, that the line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side bisect the third side. The line drawn through the midpoint of a triangle and parallel to another side bisect third one. So this is also important theorem. And then see here, see in the figure, same figure here, CM is parallel to AB, and using congruence of AEF and CDF, AEF and CDF, see here, AF is equal to CF. We can prove AF is equal to CF. That means the line passing through the midpoint of another side AC. Okay, so this two theorem is also important for you. Okay, try to understand this proof of this theorem 8.9 and 10. Note down. And then 8.10. Okay, so with this we end our this chapter number 8, and we will see you in our next period. Till then, goodbye once again to all students. Thank you so much. Okay, bye.